Well, third place today was won by somebody who more of you probably know than me.
Hey.
Why don't you tell them who you are and what you played?
I'm Eric. I used to run the Action YGO YouTube channel. Still kind of do. I just haven't posted in a long time. Burnout's real.
No pressure here, trust me.
Yeah, I played Dracoslayer today. It worked out super, super well. Deck's fantastic, and my only loss was to Flu, so is that really a loss, or is it just like a bad die roll? Yeah, oh, that's a little bit of a sneak peek. Yeah, this deck worked out really, really great. Start things off, you play 3 Luster. Like, really, you play 3 of, like, all of the names. 3 Luster, 3 Ignis, 3 Majesty, 3 Dino, and 1 Master. I only play 1 Master because there are some odd situations with it being a vanilla that aren't good. You actually can't use it to summon Beyond because it requires 2 effect monsters, including a Pendulum, so like it's awkward to have this on field to try and go for that. Also, like, it just doesn't have the same synergy as the other ones. I mostly play it because it's a searchable low scale. This deck has a lot of high scales. If you look at the scales on this, everything's pretty much a high scale aside from Majesty. So your low scales are very important in this deck.
So, with these new cards, is there any notable effects with any of these guys that people should probably know, or is it just kind of a scale thing?
So, when this one's destroyed, it searches or summons any of these and treats it as a tuner.
Okay.
You can also summon Luster, although it's already a tuner, it just summons it. Majesty lets you search any of these in scale, and then you can pop the other one. So, like, sometimes you just search to have the extra one, and then if it's summoned to the field, it searches any field spell in the game, and then you're able to, and then you discard a card. It's also kind of a misc. You can discard it from your hand as a quick effect, and all Dracoslayer monsters, Pendulum, extra deck, doesn't matter as long as they're Dracoslayers. They can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects. This one lets you summon one from the other scale, and then as a monster, if it's tributed, it lets you add any Dracoslayer besides itself back to your hand. And the fusion monster, as summoning it, it does tribute, so summoning the fusion monster lets you get one of these back.
Fair enough.
Yeah, super important for combos.
All right, that
probably pretty much covers the Dracoslayers.
Yeah, it's definitely something I probably needed to tell people, because you show me those cards, I don't know what's going on.
Outside of that, my normal summons are 3 Skull Crobat Joker and 2 Bonbonku. I run this opposite to how most people do. Most people play 2 Joker and 3 Bonbonku, because Bonbonku can't be targeted and it searches Majesty, and Majesty's probably the most important card since it's both a hand trap and it's like just a generically good card to have. But I ran it a little bit opposite, specifically because of some other cards that I play that this helps facilitate. Next up, I played 3 Odd Eyes Revolution Dragon. Crazy card. You can pay 500 and discard this card, and then search any of the original Dracoslayers. So either Luster or Master. That's why you have to run Master, because that means that this is automatically a low scale. This is also a Monster Reborn. If you have it in scale, you can target a Synchro, Fusion, or Xyz Dragon monster in your graveyard, summon it back to the field, and then destroy this card. And Luster's not once per turn, so it lets you loop Luster. Super, super strong. Next up, I played 2 Purple Poison. This was mainly just as a board breaker in case you deal with a Floodgate, because you can normal summon out your Skull Crobat Joker, and then Skull Crobat Joker will let you get either to Odd Eyes Revolution Dragon, which then lets you grab Luster, or it can get you straight to this, which means you can use it, this effect, destroy purple, purple destroy a card that's like a Floodgate or something. Really strong. Also with purple, if your opponent attempts to negate it with a card effect that would destroy it while it's in the extra deck, and it's destroyed again, this is not a once per turn.
Oh.
So it has like an extra layer of protection to the ability to get rid of Floodgates. So I think it's important enough to run. I wouldn't run more than 2 though, I'm only running 2 so you can destroy it with Luster. Next up, as my one-ofs, I'm playing 1 copy of Guiding Ariadne. This is actually why I play 3 Joker rather than 2 Bonbonku and 3 Joker, or 3 Bonbonku, 2 Joker, because if you have access to your monkey board, you can search this off of guiding or off of Beyond the Pendulum in order to ensure that you end on a counter trap, and that's like the one thing this deck is really missing is like the extra layer of protection to ensure that you can't get Dark Ruler or anything like that. So I do play one Guiding Ariadne, really helps like solidify your boards. Next up, I'm playing one Performapal Monkey board and one Odd Eyes Synchron, Performapal Odd Eyes Synchron. This is insane. Anybody who's playing this deck needs to be running this, because if you don't have access to Ignister, this deck doesn't function quite right. It doesn't let you loop, it doesn't let you gain the advantage, but if you have this in scale, like if you search this with Beyond, its effects will be negated in scale, so it will become a scale 1. You're able to pendulum summon with it, and then you can search this, and then mid-combo you can special summon this from hand using Selene, use its effect to summon this off of scale, and then immediately synchro summon for your Ignister. So it ensures that you always have access to Ignister, and if you already have access to Ignister, I run something else in the extra deck in order to, get an even better board.
Is everybody going to walk through the door?
All right. I'm running one Archfiend Eccentric just to out Mystic Mine, and one Astrograph Sorcerer to solidify my boards. At the end, I get to search for...
This is a fantastic tech.
Yeah.
That's all I want to say.
At the end of my combo, I usually get to search for any pendulum. I will often search this because I also play Secret Village of the Spellcasters. So if my opponent has a way to get rid of my Spellcaster, I'll just summon this so that they can never play a spell.
Oh my... words.
It gets worse. It gets worse. Right? 'Cause
Words.
now we're gonna get into the cards that aren't pendulums. I am main decking 3 Fenrir, the money card.
What?
Yeah. If you don't have this, you can just play. What is it? The Curtain Raiser? Yeah, it's Curtain Raiser. You can just play Curtain Raiser. Oftentimes Curtain Raiser is better, but this is good for breaking boards. Also, the fact that you can just add another Fenrir means that you can discard the Fenrir off of your Majesty. So, really good synergy there.
Jesus.
Then I'm also playing 3 Sphere modes in the main.
What?
Yeah. So this deck has some issues breaking boards.
I Ross Disciple him, he Sphere modes my Ross Disciple.
Yeah. So this contribute either player's cards. So you contribute Ibli or Ra's Disciple and just give your opponent a Sphere mode. That's why I played this over Lava Golem. Yeah, I attributed a Dragoon, a Ra's Disciple, and one other card that I don't care about. Masquerade? Okay, I don't care.
Dude, this went from kind of being okay to what?
Yeah. So I want really high impact board breakers because I have to play a lot of cards to combo. So having cards like Fenrir and Ra's or the Winged Dragon Raw Sphere mode is just super good.
Oh my god. It's been from Melee Man deck for Melee Man.
Then I'm playing Kokai Draco.
What year is this?
Yeah, so this card says that your opponent neither player can special summon monsters that are light or dark. So I end my board on Seal of Heavenly Spheres. So I'll bounce an opponent's card, and then I'll summon this off of the Heavenly Spheres. And then my opponent, if they're playing Tier or Sprite, essentially just can't play.
My god, you are a man.
Yeah, I knew going into this that the most represented decks were going to be Branded, Sprite, and Tier, and I mostly played Tier, so this card's just stupid. I think it's much better than a Morphage Goliath, because a Morphage Goliath is easy to out. This says you can't summon essentially your entire deck.
It also has 1900 attack.
It does, and it's a wind, so against Flu, you can just go ahead and pen summon it. So it's relevant. The other cards are one Secret Village of the Spellcasters, just because I can search it. If my hand's already good enough, I'm just going to search this so I can never get Dark Rulered or Super Poly'd.
Did you play the best field spell ever printed?
Sky Iris? Yes.
Okay. Good enough.
Sky Iris is crazy. It'll let you search your Odd Eyes. You can search our Odd Eyes Synchron or Odd Eyes Revolution Dragon, so it's either a Monster Reborn or a 1-card Ignis, depending on what your hand or what the rest of your cards are. One Dynamist Charge because
you can search your pendulum scale.
So this one is always treated as a Dynamist, so you can search this, and then when you link it off, you just add it back to hand. It's a very good Rhoda, and then Rhoda.
Yeah.
For the Ignis. And the last cards in the main are just 3 Solemn Judgment.
Oh, for the guiding.
Yeah,
so you
for the
don't have to
guiding.
pay
Yeah.
either.
And then like if you're going second, if you know you're going second, it's just a very easy side out.
Yeah.
But it solidifies your boards going first, so you just never lose to anything if you go first. It's crazy. Going into the extra deck, I'm running 2 Beyond the Pendulum. This card's not actually once per turn.
Oh.
So you got to run 2, yeah. So if your opponent like hits you with Imperm, and you have a way to get another Pendulum on the field, you can just do it again. Crazy. And then 1 Heraldic Seal of Heavenly Spheres. This is my primary end board. Is I always want to end on this, so I can just bounce a card and then summon the Kokaimeru Draco, because you just win.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then 1 IP. That's it for the Link 2s. That's all you really need. Then for the Link 3s, I'm playing Selene and Unicorn. Unicorn's obviously for the IP. Selene is actually to summon the Odd Eye Synchron from hand. Because this summons from hand or grave, so when you search the Odd Eye Synchron off the monkey board, you can just make this, and then you can special summon the Odd Eye Synchron and begin comboing.
Also, you're playing this because it has Ibli, don't lie.
I'm absolutely playing this because it has Ibli. Ibli is best girl.
Eric Sims for Ibli.
I do.
Ooh,
1
hey.
Zelantis and 1 Apollosa.
Oh, let's talk about it. So, did this do anything?
Yes, so Zelantis banishes all cards on field and then summons them back, which means your guys are not once per turn. They're not hard once per turn, so you can just summon them back and resolve their effects an additional time. This also is how I get my monsters out of the extra monster zone so that I can summon the Heraldic Seal of Heavenly Spheres.
Oh, that's really good.
Apollosa, I did not summon once today.
Oh,
The primary thing for this is you just summon it with IP, or if you open really well, you can get out 4 monsters before your 5th summon. So you can just summon this, like you can hard make it with 4 monsters and then just continue comboing.
There's a rank 4 that's missing. I can't quite put my finger on it.
We don't play this card, it's kind of bad. No, honestly, I just didn't have the room. If I had the room, I'd probably play it.
Also, there's a picture of you on the mat.
Oh, yes, my hair is quite sick.
Okay.
1 Dynamister,
Yeah,
pretty obvious.
You explained it earlier.
1 Abyss Dweller and 1 of this guy. This guy lets you search for whatever you want during the end phase.
Okay.
So you almost always search for this guy, so that your Secret Village of the Spellcasters can never be outed.
Okay.
And Abyss Dweller is just like the best rank 4 in the game right now. It says tier sucks. For Synchros, I am playing 2 of this boy. Not hard once per turn.
This card is insane.
Non-targeting removal, really good.
That's like a legit.
And then the real sauce is 1 Tilting Entertainment. You can Synchro summon this card using the Odd Eye Synchron and the monkey board, and then you can summon back the Odd Eye Synchron in order to just make a Baron.
There we go.
Yeah, so if you already have this into rotation, your end board always ends on Baron.
Everybody walk through the door.
Yeah, it also ends on just completely different attributes too, so you can't get Super Baldi either if you don't have the field spell. For side decks are really simple. I'm just running 3 Magnamut. I didn't want to main deck it because if you're not going against Tier or if you're going against Sprite, I don't think these are good. Against Tier, these are amazing. I'd probably main deck these moving forward with the Ishizu stuff coming out.
Okay.
1 Lava Golem because I had 1 extra spot, and this is just like
The
discount
best.
Steer mode. 1 Amorphage Sloth, just in case Kokaimeru Draco doesn't do anything to somebody, but this happens to. Never sided it in, never mattered. I played against tier branded Flu, so. 1 Zombie World because it auto outs Flu. You can just search this card off of your Majesty, and then you just add this, activate Flu, and then Flu just dies.
I know.
Yeah, super good.
I know.
1 Necro Valley, same reason as Zombie World, except this just auto outs the tier matchup. Like literally, you just activate this and like they just can't do anything. As long as you have 1 interruption, like there's no way they're outing this.
Very aware of that one too.
Never sided it in. Don't know why. I don't think I had the room, but whatever. Also, never sided it in.
That's the best combo
No,
with Yu-Gi-Oh!
these cards suck. They're just bad.
Okay. Actually, why Gio says so. Let's go.
And then, last card was just auto win in time. I actually won a game today because... So, this card's important because you pay life points throughout your combo, right? So, you're going to pay 12 with this. And you're probably going to pay 500 if you have to set up your combo with the Odd Eyes Revolution Dragon. So, you're down by 17. You could play Cowboy because Ignister does not. Ignister lets you put Cowboy back into your extra deck so you can loop Cowboy, but it's much easier just to make this with the Odd Eye Synchron when you have 4 monsters on board and just say game. And also the other thing with this is you can just like add this to your hand if this gets like negated, and then you can just do it again.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So.
All right. So any final thoughts on the deck?
I think the deck's really good. I don't know how exactly it's going to do against Tier. I might need like a Tier with the Ishizu, because this deck obviously does very good against Tier. This could be a very strong deck to run with the Ishizu stuff, though, because of this card in particular. Because it is a hand trap that is functionally a misc and makes your cards untargetable and they cannot be destroyed. Functionally, if you can just drop this and still have enough to go off, as long as you just, stick to these guys, they can't really do anything against you. So it's a very solid way to deal with Tier Ishizu. I think the deck's very strong. I'll be doing some more experimenting with it, but like I think this is the optimal way to run it. I tried running it the more traditional way last week, and I thought it was kind of pee-pee poo-poo.
Okay. Well, this is Eric, 3rd place, Pendulum God for sure.